back to my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I just spat. Today's video is a very basic makeup tutorial. I want to show you the absolute basics of makeup application, and I'm only going to be using drugstore products today. So literally every day that I'm at my makeup job, I get asked the absolute basic questions of how do I put on eyeshadow? How do I put on foundation? How do I use powder? Where do I put blush? Where do I put bronzer? Every single day I get asked these questions. So I decided to just put this video together because I think that we're kind of forgetting to go back to the absolute basics. So that's what I want to do with this video. So let's get back to the basics and let's get started with the makeup tutorial. Alright, so I'm going to start with my Olay Total Effects. This is the 7-in-1 moisturizing cream. I do need to hydrate my skin. It's winter right now and my skin is really dry, so I'm just going to put some of this on first. Alright, so next I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl True Blend, and this is the face primer for combination skin. So let me zoom in for you. And I'm using my e.l.f. stippling brush. And what's great about this stippling brush is you can get it at any drugstore. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it on my face, and I kind of put like a big glob of it, and then I just blend it out with a stippling brush. And you can use like any foundation brush that you want. Foundation brushes that are really inexpensive that I like to use are the e.l.f. ones, and I also really like the Real Techniques brushes, and you can get these at Walmart in the cosmetics department at Walmart, and the whole package is about $20 to $25 for these. So next I'm going in with my CoverGirl Simply Ageless foundation. And this one is a 3-in-1 and it's in the color Buff Beige. Alright, so I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand, and you can always do that with foundation. You can just put it on the back of your hand like so. And when you're applying foundation, you can use a foundation sponge, and these are found at any dollar store, any drugstore. It's up to you the way that you want to apply your makeup, but using a sponge or a proper foundation brush will make a huge difference with your makeup application, and it will assist with how long it stays on. The brush really assists in pushing the product into your skin and helping it stay. And again, you can use a sponge or you can use a brush, but I really recommend getting a good foundation brush. This one is my Real Techniques brush, so I'm going to go in with my foundation, and what I do is I just take like little dots and I put it all over. Oh, I put it in my hair. Oh, that was great. I even have a video on how not to get foundation in your hair. Do you like that? Alright, so how not to get foundation in your hair. The video is linked down below, and I should have taken my own advice. So yeah, I just take some dabs of the foundation and put it just in random spots around my face, like this. And then I just take my brush and I do circular motions and I blend this product out. Make sure to go down your neck and over your ears so that the color blends into your neck, and your ears and neck are not different colors. I went through many years of that. And you don't need to push too hard into your skin, just really lightly. Just do circular motions. And then bring it down into your chest. So, and especially like if you're wearing a V-neck or something like that, it just helps to blend everything down so it doesn't look fake. So this foundation feels amazing on my skin. I really like this one. I think I'm going to keep using this as like my everyday. This is amazing. Wow. It's nice and light, but you can feel that it really covers everything. So good job, CoverGirl. All right, so the next step is concealer. Now, this is totally up to you if you want to do concealer before you do your eyeshadow. Some people like to do concealer after the eyeshadow because of fallout and everything like that. But because this is a very basic, straightforward makeup tutorial, I'm just gonna do the concealer part now, and let's just go for it. So I have a thank you sticker on this because at work I have to show them that I paid for it and I do take it to work with me quite often. So this is the Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, and this is my absolute 100% holy grail of makeup. So what I do is I give it a few twists, and I'm just gonna pop it underneath my eyes and in my T-zone to kind of highlight my face and make me look awake. Just go right under your eye and then take it down the other eye. Like that. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it's okay. A little on your forehead up here. Bring it down the bridge of your nose. I always do a little bit over my lips just to make them look a little bit more full. I do a little over my mouth. And that's usually pretty good. It just kind of like, especially if you're older like me, I'm older, it just helps to kind of make your face look more awake and refreshed, putting it in the spots that I've shown you. And also if you need to cover up any acne or anything that you have going on. Okay, so I'm taking a beauty blender that I got from Shoppers Drug Mart, and it's a Quo beauty blender. Now this one is amazing. It's only $5, you guys. The one at Sephora, and my cat ate it. I don't know where it is. My cat took my $27 Sephora beauty blender, and I'm pretty sure he ate it. You know, compared to the $27 Sephora beauty blender sponge, I've been using this sponge and it is absolutely incredible. And you can see there's little cat tooth marks in it as well. Oh my god. But yeah, this is $5 at Shoppers Drug Mart. Whoever's watching from Canada, you can go and get yourself one of these for $5. Sometimes they're on sale like 2 for $9, so go get a beauty blender. And also for this step, you can just use a little square sponge. This is totally fine too. And you can also use your fingers and just tap it out. It's totally up to you, whatever you're comfortable doing, but you will get a better finish if you use a beauty blender or a sponge. So I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna blend this out, and it's wet right now. The wetness just helps to spread everything evenly and look more airbrushed. So I just run it under water and then I just give it a little squeeze. And you just take the beauty blender and just push it very lightly into your skin and tap it. And just go over all of the parts that you put your concealer. Next, I'm going to set everything with powder. So I'm going in with my absolute favorite drugstore powder. So I'm using my FIT, it's FIT, FIT ME Maybelline powder. I'm going in with the color 120 Classic Ivory. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in everywhere that I put the concealer in, I'm gonna go over with the powder. This is gonna set your concealer in place, make sure it does not budge. I'm gonna use the little sponge that it comes with and just pat under my eye. And you can see it's just a matter of preference, honestly. See, there's nothing wrong with a little sponge that comes with this, you know? It works pretty good. So you can just take it, tap underneath, just to give it a little bit of highlight and set it. And then I'm just gonna take a little brush here and go in and just go over the spots that are shiny, just to set everything in place. Okay, so next I'm gonna take a little bit of my Maybelline FIT Concealer. There's my thank you sticker because I paid for it. And I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna dab it on the top of this. And I'm just using my ring finger, and I'm gonna go over my eyelid. And the reason for this, why I'm doing it after I already applied the powder and everything like that, is because I don't want to put powder on top of this. I want my eyeshadow to go on top of this. So I'm not going to use my powder because it will cake and look crusty and the eyeshadow will not stick to it. So this is also a method of helping your eyeshadow stay on longer, making it look more even because you are removing the redness and any blue or any discoloration on your eyelids, and it's setting a beautiful base for your eyeshadow. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with my CoverGirl Goldens palette, and if you guys have not purchased this, you have to go pick it up. This is honestly one of the best palettes that I have purchased from a drugstore line. I paid $14.99 for this. It is so pigmented. It's crazy and it stays on all day. It works just as good as any one of my high-end brands that I own. So I'm gonna zoom in. I want to do this in a very basic way so that you can follow along with me, so I can show you the different placements of where these colors should go on your eyes. So I'm going to do a dark brown on the outside. I'm going to do a nice golden color on the upper part of my lid, and then I'm going to go in with this super shimmery gold color on the inner corner of my eye. So whenever you're applying eyeshadow, you always want to go dark, medium, and then the lightest color. So 1, 2, 3. Dark, medium, light, dark, medium, light. So if you're new to makeup, it's always good to get yourself a really good eyeshadow brush, and you can get them, Quo has a really good line of eyeshadow brushes. They range between about $13 to $15. You can also get some from Real Techniques at Walmart. This is one of my Real Technique ones right here. It's awesome. So I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush because I want to show you how this works, because it's amazing, and just how easy it is to apply eyeshadow with this brush. So I'm going to tap it in the darker color here. All right, so let's keep this really simple. So we're going to go on the outer part of the eye. Okay, so you can see I've taken that dark brown and I've put it on the outer parts of my eye. Now I'm gonna blend it. So it's really important if you're putting eyeshadow on your eyes that you have to blend it. Took me a few years to figure that out myself. So just in circular motions, it's always good to just start blending upward. In circle motions here, and then follow the socket in a straight line. And you can do like windshield wiper motions. And you don't have to push too hard, and you can make this as dark or as light as you want. I'm gonna do a little bit more of a darker look because I'm on camera and I need it to be darker so that you guys can see what I'm doing. And the great part about this Real Techniques brush is you can see how it's shaped. It literally does the blending for you. Don't push the brush into your eye, like just really gently. Just turn it in circular motions and then wipe. Wiping along your eye socket. That's the easiest way for me to put it. There might be a little bit of fallout. You can just take a brush and just swoop it. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a smaller brush, and this one is not drugstore brand, but there are, Real Techniques does have this exact brush. I'm using a Lise Watier brush because that's just the one that I have closest to me right now. And this is just a very small brush. You do not have to use this brush. You can use anything that you're comfortable with, and I'm just gonna go underneath my eye just to bring that color under my eye just a little bit to blend everything together. And if it's not evenly blended, it's okay because we have some other steps here and we can just kind of fix it at the end, so it's not super important that it's perfect right now. So I'm gonna go in now with this beautiful gold color, and I'll just use my finger to apply this, okay? Because I wanna make it as easy for you as possible. So I'm just gonna take my ring finger here, dip it in this gold color, and then I'm gonna pop it over my lid. And what I'm doing is I'm putting it right over my eyelid, very close to my lash line, and just blending it out. You really want to pack on the color close to your lash line because that's what's going to make it look really glowy and dramatic. It's just going to look gorgeous. So pack it really nice and close to that lash line and then blend it out up towards your eye socket. Now up to the eye socket and blend it out. And just put it on until you're happy with it. What I'm gonna do now is just go in with my brush again that I was using earlier with that darker brown color, and I'm just gonna blend it all together. Just so that the gold and the brown look like they're supposed to be together. All right, so I'm happy with that. And now I'm gonna go in and do the inner corner part. Now, this part of eyeshadow is so important because it kind of ties everything together. And also when you put a nice light color inside your inner corner, whether it's a matte eyeshadow or a shimmery eyeshadow, it really wakes up your eyes. This is also just what finishes off the makeup look. So I'm just gonna take a little flathead brush here, and you can get these from Quo, you can get them from e.l.f., you can get them from Joe Fresh, you can get them from any brands that, you know, are at Target and everything too. They have just really simple flat brushes. I think Real Techniques has this as well. What you want to do is dip into the lightest shimmery gold color here. So I'm just going to tap my brush in here and just go into the inner corner of your eye and just tap it in there. And there you go. See, it like finishes it all off. And what you can do is take it up onto your lid just a little bit, just to fill in that gap. There's going to be like a little gap here where there's nothing. Just go in and kind of fill that gap over your eyelid and blend it into the gold color that we were using earlier. So there it is. Very easy, very straightforward, and the trick is to get it right into that inner corner so that it really brightens and makes your eyes look wider. Next, we're just going to do a very basic black liner across the top lid. I don't want to do anything more than that because I don't want to do like winged liner, anything crazy like that, because when you're a beginner, winged liner doesn't really come until you have practiced for a long time. All right, so I found a deep brown color from Annabelle. This is just a really basic Annabelle liner pencil. And also you can use a brown or a black eyeliner. It's totally up to you. This one is the only drugstore one that I have right now. So I'm just gonna use a dark brown because I just wanna keep it super simple. So the trick with eyeliner is to follow your lash line. So we're gonna start very basic in the inner corner and we're gonna work our way out to the outer corner of our eye. And then I'm gonna show you how to kind of wing it out just a bit. And this is a good way to practice for when you start using liquid liner. And if you know how to use liquid liner, you can go ahead and use liquid liner. So I'm going to start on the inside of the eye, using just light strokes and like little light tapping motions. And brown is a really good color to start with because if you screw it up, it's okay because it just kind of blends in with your eyeshadow. I learned how to line my eyes with brown, and sometimes with people, black liner can be way too aggressive looking, like way too harsh. Especially if you don't really know how to use eyeliner, it's a good idea to start with the browns and then work your way into the blacks and the purples and everything like that. So there's the first eye, and you can see that I just went from right in here out along the outer edge there. And you can go as thick or as thin as you want, but if you don't usually use eyeliner, it's really good to just start with a really thin line and then just kind of go from there. What I'm gonna do at the end part, and I'm just gonna show you, I kind of take it and just follow the line of my eyeshadow. See? I just drew a little line at the bottom of my eyeshadow. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my CoverGirl Plumpify mascara, and we're gonna see if this works. I'm so excited to try this out. Katy Perry's the spokeswoman for this, so I'm a little stoked. Okay, let's open this up. This brush looks intense. Holy moly. And with your mascara, you just tap it over your eyelash from the bottom, just very lightly. And then for the bottom, just tap your brush along the bottom of your lashes. Anyway, so this is about 2 layers of mascara on now. So I'm gonna go in with a coat of a different kind of mascara, and I always use 2 kinds of mascara because I always have one that's meant to give the volume, and then I like to have a mascara that gives me length. This is a lengthening mascara by CoverGirl. This is one of the best mascaras that I have ever used in my entire life that has come from the drugstore. So what I always do with this one is I do a coat on the top and then I do a coat on the bottom to really bring the lashes out. This mascara is so insane. Like, I have no words for this. It's the best $8.99 ever. All right, guys, we're getting to the finish line here. So the next step after you've done your mascara and everything like that is to do your bronzer and your blush. So the bronzer I'm going to use today is from Milani, and this is the Tantastic bronzer. I know for a fact you can get this at Walgreens, CBV, you can get it at Superstore in Canada, you can get it at London Drugs. I believe they have Milani at London Drugs as well. Milani bronzer is really, really nice, and it's like a pearl kind of finish, so it will also act as like a nice little highlight and dewiness to your skin as well. So this could be good for summer too. With this Milani bronzer, there is a really, really easy to use brush, and I want to use this brush. Now, this one is fantastic because it is angled, so you can get right into the little angled areas of your face and shape your face beautifully. You want to take your brush into the bronzer here and take it into your jawline. And you got to make this like really kind of pouty face, and you want to go right into the line that is created when you make the pouty face. And then the trick here, especially if you're going out and taking selfies and getting your picture taken, is to go along the jawline. So take your brush and draw a line down your jawline. And that's going to shape your face. If you have a round face like me, it'll really help define your chin. And then blend it down your neck. That way the bronzer matches your neck. You don't want to have things not blending. So just take the brush like in a flat motion and just go down your neck. And if you want, this is just personal preference, you can just take a fluffy brush, any brush will do, put it in your bronzer and take it along the sides of your head. And that will just help shape your forehead. Like if you have a big forehead, this would be really good to kind of make it look smaller. And also if you have a thicker, wider set nose like me, you just tap your finger in your bronzer and just take it down the bridge of your nose. You can just save yourself $10,000 in surgery. There you go. Perfect. So next up is going to be the blush, and one of my absolute favorite lines of blushes is from Essence Cosmetics. Now, these blushes are amazing and only $1.99, and I mean, you can't beat that. That's insane. I use the Essence Cosmetics ones. They're $1.99. You can get them at Shoppers Drug Mart. You can order them from Essence Cosmetics. I was sent this one from Essence. Thank you, Essence. And I bought this one myself at Shoppers. This is like a baby pink color. So depending on the look that you want to pick the brightness or dramaticness. There's a good word. If you're going out, I would go with a deeper color. If you're going just to work or something, I would go with a lighter kind of baby pink kind of color. But also depending on your skin tone, if you have darker skin tone, a nice rouge is always a really nice one, like a reddish orange. Yes, do it. So gorgeous. I think I'm gonna go on a limb and use this guy today. This is the Life's a Cherry color. I got sent a whole bunch of stuff from Essence, so I actually want to do a makeup tutorial only using the Essence brand because you guys need to see how amazing Essence is. It's crazy and it's so cheap. I'm gonna take my Life's a Cherry blush here, and you can use just any kind of big fluffy brush to apply this. You can get a blush brush from your local drugstore. There's all kinds of different ones that you can buy, and they are cheap and easy to use. I'm gonna just tap it into the color. So what I want you guys to do is smile. Go like this, and just take the blush and just tap it right over where your natural cheek is popping out when you have that beautiful smile going on. It's just a happy little smile. It's like Bob Ross painting on his blush. That's a happy little smile. And I'm just gonna pop on a little bit more blush on the other side. So I'm just gonna smile and tap it just over my natural cheek here. And then you can blend it up. I wouldn't go too far up. That's too like 1988 kind of blushing. Like you wanna just do like just a really light kind of blushing, just going right like to the edge here. I wouldn't go past that or else you're gonna look a little too dramatic. So I went a little bit too dramatic on this side, so I'm just gonna blend it out. So what you can do is take the opposite side from where you put your blush, like take the clean side of the brush and use that to blend this out. And then if you want to do a little bit of highlight, here is a trick where you don't have to like go buy the $50 highlighter from MAC or Sephora or anything like that. What you can do is just take a light colored eyeshadow and use that on the tops of your cheeks to do a nice little highlight, just to kind of finish this all off. So just go back into your CoverGirl Cosmetics little palette here and just take a little bit of that gold color that we used over our lids and just rub it in between your ring fingers and just go right over the tops of your cheeks. Just like that. See? I just saved you 50 bucks. And there are really good highlighters as well in the drugstore lines. I really like the Lumi one from L'Oreal. The Lumi one is about $15 and it does a really beautiful job of highlighting as well. And I think it's comparable to stuff that I can find at Sephora as well. I really like it. And so yeah, that highlight just goes over the top of your cheek just to add dimension to your face, so when you move around, there's a nice glow to everything. And sometimes what I like to do is take a little bit of highlight on the tip of my nose. I didn't really go too far into eyebrows today because honestly, if you're new at makeup, eyebrows are just so not even on the radar, because I find with a lot of the Instagram posts and everything, it's really overwhelming with the way a lot of women have their eyebrows done. And I love to do my brows like that, do not get me wrong, but as a beginner, please do not get scared or thrown off by that, because your eyebrows are going to come along with the ride of you learning to do your makeup. Like, eyebrows are just an entity of its own. And so you don't really need to freak out about that. If you are not comfortable wearing a lot of eyebrow product, that's totally fine. I will just show you the very, very simple basics of what I do. And this is what I did when I was practicing and learning makeup. All right, so this is a very, very simple eyebrow pencil from Essence Cosmetics. So here is my eyebrow pencil. It's just in a really basic dark brown color. And what I'm gonna do is start at the bottom of my brow and just start tracing a line along the bottom. And I'm gonna go very lightly all the way along the bottom of my brow. You can go as dark or as light as you want, but just go right along that bottom part of your brow to create a really sharp, nice line. And then what I do next is I go over the top part of my brow. You see the upper part here? I take my pencil along the top part. There. So you take it along the top part and then just fill in the middle part here with the pencil. Just ever so lightly, just fill in the middle part of your brow. And if you're not comfortable doing a pencil, you can just take a brush of any kind, like, you know, in those little eyebrow kits, there's a little brush. You can just fill it in with powder. You don't even have to do this part. You don't need to do them at all if you don't want to, but it does help define your face if you do add a little bit of brow powder or something to make them a little bit darker or more shaped. But yeah, pencils are the best way to learn how to fill in your brows because they're so easy to use, and if you screw up, you can just wipe it off and try again. Okay, so the last bit is my lips. So I'm gonna use this beautiful CoverGirl color that I got. It's the CoverGirl Oh Sugar line, and I haven't used this yet, so I'm really excited to try it. And this is in the color Candy. So because this is a super glossy color, I'm just gonna go in with a nude lip liner. And this one is from Essence Cosmetics, and this one is called In the Nude. And what's great about this CoverGirl gloss, like glossy style lipstick, is for wintertime, my lips are so dry. So this is nice and hydrating, and it has vitamins in it. It will really help to replenish my lips. So I'm gonna outline with this. And you always want to go just ever so slightly outside your natural lip line. And just gently take the pencil and just follow the outer part of the lips. Okay, and now we're going to do the upper part. And if you're learning to use lip liner, I think that a nude color is a really good starting point because, you know, with nude, you can't really mess it up. With a nude color, it's a really easy way to learn how to line your lips, and it doesn't look so dramatic. It's very natural looking as well. And that's what I learned was with nude. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my CoverGirl Oh Sugar lipstick in the color Candy, and this is just a bomb, and it's so easy. I really, really like this. Oh my God, CoverGirl. CoverGirl, you killed it with this one. This one is so good. I'm gonna wear this every day. This is crazy. But yeah, that's also a very good starting point, is to get a tinted lip gloss or get like a tinted glossy lipstick. So this CoverGirl Oh Sugar would be so good, especially like if you're younger and you're watching this and your mom and dad don't want you to wear a lot of lipstick, or even if like you're older like me and you want to just have like a really nice light everyday kind of lipstick to wear that is hydrating. This is fantastic for wintertime. Holy smokes, this is awesome. All right guys, so that was my finished look for today for the very basic of basics of makeup application. I just want to show you that you can achieve a professional looking look using drugstore brands that are super affordable, and you can create a super easy, straightforward makeup look that can take you from day to night. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you all have an amazing, wonderful day, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful. It really helps me out because it gets my video to the top of the search results in YouTube when you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.